Hey mages, welcome to today's video. Thanks for clicking on it, it means a lot. Today we are looking at a zero rare Dimir Control brew, going through the 3 really good zero rare decks that I did on a video the other day. We've already done them on a green, so make sure you go and check that out. There will be a link. I'll put it on a pinned comment. And today it's the turn of the Dimir Control deck. And stay to the end of the video because we will be going through some upgrades for this deck. First of all, let me just say before we get into it, if you do appreciate all the work I do, I want to say a big shout out to my Patreons. Thank you very much. If you love Budget Arena, I try and, I'm doing a lot of that type of content at the moment, and it takes some work. So if you want to support me, go and check out my Patreon, links below. But here we are on to Zero Dimir Control today. For those of you that haven't seen this deck already, our win cons are the Mirror Shell Crab, big 5/7 beater with Ward 3, also have Channel in case we need to use it for that ability, and we have Nafi, Betrayer of King. So very much like Dimir Control that we rely on one creature, the old Hole Breaker. This is what we rely on, and then we have lots of ways of manipulating the board, controlling the board in counter spells and spot removal, because the upgrades will obviously incur some mass removals, but we're doing it with zero rare, and unfortunately all the mass removals are in rare or mythic status. So this is what we do. We try to control the board, lots of counter spells. So let's have a look. We've got Syncopate in there. This is going to be a control player's dream, this deck. We've got Jawari as 3 lands, counter target spell, and a control pay 1, so come as a land if we want as the Ruins or Disruption. We've also got Negate in there as a couple of. Now, a lot of these cards you will already know, like Saw It Coming. They always do. Foretell, counter target spell. One of the most important ones to the deck is Devious Cover Up. We only play 2 of them, but it's important because it counters target spell. If we get to counter the spell, we exile it, which is also nice, but we shuffle up to 4 target cards from a graveyard into your library. Now, if for any reason, these get countered or anything like that, this one can come back. We run 3 of these as well, just because exile is a thing and we want to be able to return it, so we always want to be able to have there. But this could obviously, we might be able to use it as Channel. Counter target spell or ability and is controlled by 3. And Devious Cover Up can actually put it back in there, and then we can potentially blend play it as the creature as the beatdown. That is what the whole plan of this, and it can just recur really good stuff, putting back into the deck like the removal, Blood Chief's Thirst, we got Flunks in there, we got Infernal Cross, we've got a lot of spot removal because we don't have the mass removal. Powered Word Kill, we got Heroes D as well, destroy target creature or Planeswalker, or potentially we can get back some of the nice card draw we have in Behold the Multiverse, a full 4 of these. And Thirst for Discovery is really good for this deck because we do run a lot of basics. Like I said, no rare or mythic, anything like that in lands or anything. So with the Snow Islands and the Snow-Covered Swamps as well, we can obviously discard them potentially, and then draw 2 cards for 3 mana. Draw 3 cards, discard 2, but then only discard 1. So that's pretty decent. See if I can get that the right way around. Ice Tunnel in there, Island Swamp, tapped land, and then Field of Ruins, one up to help us deal with some creature lands. You might want to up this to 2. I found Hall of Storm Giants, which is a potential upgrade for this deck, is really, really helpful. Other than that, Snowlands are obviously played for Nafi. Nafi is, return Nafi, the king, from your graveyard to the battlefield, taps just for the snow land. So if they destroy it with spot removal, comes back, potentially can even play it in the same turn, end of turn, and get this back. It will be tapped, obviously, but still very nice that you can recur this as long as it doesn't meet the dreaded exile. But yeah, this is the deck today. We're going to take some gameplay, and then at the end, like I say, we'll be going through some upgrades. Right, here we go. Opening hand is pretty decent as well. We do go first, which is nice. Arena's been nice to me with the going first today. I've just put the Kiss of Death on that now. So a little bit of removal. Bit of counter magic is nice. Foretell the Behold, because we haven't got much action in hand, so although we could keep up the removal, we can end turn now, play Behold at the end, depending on what comes down, if we need to either potentially counter, or kill, or counter again. So we'll see what, if anything, comes down. Kodama is pretty decent, so hold on. Non-angel, non-demon, non-demon. Yeah, we can get rid of this. Yeah, we'll let that resolve. Then we'll power word kill it. Keep the crab back. Okay, blood juice. End the turn. So a bit more removal. We really want to be drawing cards on this turn if we can. Ends before one counts. Yeah, we can. Negate that. Then behold. First and a hero's actually going to take both. Decent. Okay. Play and pass. This is also what you do with this deck. If you're new to like Dimir Control, you do play and pass a lot. We will. First for discovery. Now, if we don't draw a basic, we're going to have to discard 2. We don't draw a basic, so a little bit awkward. We will... yeah, we're going to get rid of this and the land. Okay, and then we draw the basic. So, coming in. 6 mana available. We will pass the turn. Lots of removal. Alina can come in. We can actually counter that for the 1. Jawari doing the work. Love it. And then we miss a land drop, but we'll pass. Alina can come in. We could counter that one, but we've got so much removal in hand. We're just going to kill it. Okay, Nafi. Nafi is decent. Let's get it in. So for any removal, the 3 toughness is a bit annoying, but it does have the ability to come back. The opponent might feel like now with no counter magic up, they can play something, but we've pretty much got anything for creatures and who's gets a counter, becomes a target, whenever it attacks, but so they are going to have removal. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Not exile though, so that's good. We're past the turn. Does this do anything on upkeep or anything? No. Okay, so we just keep. We do have removal for it. Still on 18 life, which is nice. Lair of Hydra, if that gets tapped for... It's not. Okay. Or attempt to kill. Now they could have protection. No, they don't. Good. And we can attempt to bring back Nafi. I could call it Nafri, but it's Nafi. But being red, they have the right amount of kill for this. Okay, that's fine. It's annoying, but fine. We're just getting those removal out. But like I said, it keeps coming back, which is why this card is in there. We just passed the turn. We're not drawing lands now. A little bit annoying, but we had to use Jawari. Put a little stop there so we can play it. If Lair of Hydra comes in, that just flashed. We will destroy. We've got a couple of hero Ds. Vorinclex. We could counter this. Yeah. And then we get back Jawari. Power. Behold. Negate. There we go. Take action. We can't get Nafi back in there. No land, but we're going to keep up. We're going to keep Jawari. We're not going to play as land. We're slowly depleting opponent's hand. A little stop. So we can get our Betrayer King back in. They're going to attack with a Lair at last. Keeps flashing. Yep, here it comes. So not going full in, which is okay. We'll kill with a hero D. So clearly they've got removal again for this, but we're just going to keep playing it. They have to keep using their removal. Oh, we got away with it this time. Lovely. Okay. So let's start our attacks. Here we go. And we will put Behold over there. End the turn. Excuse me. Die deals that much damage plus 2. I suppose we could look for a negate. And we find it, which is good. We're putting Navi there. So that goes well. That works out well for us there. If they got another bit of removal though, just slows us down for another turn, which they do not. Okay. Jiraiya's coming in as a land this time. And we shall aim to attack. And then Foretell, another spell. So we've got counter target unless they pay 3. We've got Jawari, got an actual counter spell and removal. Okay. Yep. Destroy again. Now we only got Jawari's protection now. Oh, this is just... It's working so well for us. That could be it. No, opponent staying on. Sweet. We're not going to play Mirror Shell. We're going to leave it back as protection. 2 more attacks. We can get rid of a creature or planeswalker. Right, so let's go. I mean, we could... I mean, does it... If it was X damage to target creature, if you control... I mean, we just let this resolve. Because we can just bring it back. We're down to 16. Now if it comes back in, there is a land. Attack in, leaving up the protection. Don't need to play Mirror Shell, we can leave that as a counter spell. And we have first. So we will play first. Draw some cards. And we can ditch a Mirror Shell and one of them. And drawing Syncopate is nice. We've got so much counter magic in hand. We should be able to get this through for the win. Here comes the removal. There's the first one. Any more removal? Doesn't look like it. And protecting Nafi, getting the win. That is exactly how this deck is meant to play. That is the deck in a nutshell. So this is our opening hand. Got a little bit of counter, which is nice. We've got lands, got multiverse. So I think we'd definitely be keeping this one. And leading off with our Ice Tunnel. Haven't changed my avatar for a while. So let's go with that. Looks fairly light blue, doesn't it? So okay, lead off with a tunnel. So we can potentially turn 2 with the snow, and then either we could keep up Jawari, or we could foretell this, or foretell Behold. We've got a fair bit of action in hand, which is not too bad. Right, so opponent discarded there, so I've got a funny feeling. Either they've lost connection or they're playing on mobile potentially. But we're in ranked. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So, either opponent didn't have any lands. They either lost connection. I'm not sure what was going on, but we're ahead here a little bit, so that is not too bad. We'll get rid of this. Hopefully, opponent is back in the game now. I'm thinking maybe they did lose connection. Unless they literally didn't have any lands. But no, they did because they discarded 2 lands. So, yeah, they're back here now, which is always nice. We will put that over there. And we will leave. Now, we've got a bit of a head start here because of the lack of connection, which is, you know, pretty sweet to us. Let's put this over there as well. Put a little stop at the end there so we can behold. Sorin comes in. We can Jawari over there. Okay, and then we will behold. And get rid of one of these, but do take the other behold. And our turn. Right, untap. And let's go in with Nafi. And we've got Sorin coming as a bit of protection. As well. So, protect. And then serve it up with Nafi. Yeah, I think opponents on Esper. I definitely think they just lost connection there, so seems a shame. Sorry, Ha Young too. And sorry if I butchered your name. Right, land comes in. And we're going to get one tap with it, which is nice. We can go in here, and now we can start attacking. I was looking at our graveyard. We will attack in. We can just go like this. Get rid of the wandering. Attacking for 4. And, yeah, we will over there. End turn. Still leaving up the counter spell here. Another Wandering Emperor. Yet another counter spell. And that was enough for opponent. We countered all their stuff. And they lost connection clearly a few times. But we get the win with the 0 rare against Esper Control. Right, so opening hand is not too bad. A lot of win cons there, or counter magic. Tap lands is okay, because it taps for both colours. Okay, little vampire. I'm actually going to go here. Leave out the ability, because I don't need to rush into anything turn 3, but this gives me syncopate for something that might come down that we might want to deal with. Like that. Which is nice, because that is a very good card. You know, 3/2 is going to put a lot of pressure on us. And we're past the turn. Okay. Didn't change my avatar colour. I mean, that's okay. We'll probably leave this back. Voldaren comes in. It's probably one that we will kill. When you go down, right, okay, so, yeah. Let's kill the Bloodcaster. creates a blood token, but we're fine. We could actually stop the ability, which is... But we're not going to. I'd rather keep them back as a counter spell rather than the blood tokens. And it gains a bit of life. Gonna be hit for 1 again. Vampire Socialite. It does get a bit annoying. So we counter that one. We can always get the mirror shells back. That one goes. Okay. Oh, we drew another one. We really need land though. We're getting a bit dried up on land, which isn't helping us. We need to always draw our lands with this deck. That's fine. More blood tokens though, and now we're going to be hit for 2 a turn. There's the land. I mean, we're taking a chance here because we need to. They're just going to not play anything and just keep attacking us for 2, and we'll be dead in 6 or 7. Well, 7 turns. So we get Navi in. They could get removed, but I'm assuming it will. Yep, there's Vault Search. Okay. So 1 bit of removal out of way. Does Ricardo. We could definitely do with a bit more spot removal now. Down to 12. The Socialite comes in. That's good. That has Menace and pumps up these as well. Okay, right, we're gonna have to put this in tapped. But it's not looking good in this game. We've not drawn the removal we need. This is where the upgrades are going to come into hand. If they do try to remove it, we can... Yeah, we can just negate. That gets rid of that. But we're still going to be hit for 6. And we're not going to be able to do... We haven't got the mass removal, so... I think this is game this time. Yeah. GG's opponent. There's nothing we're going to be able to do now. Good game. Good game. Good game. We can play this. I mean, I suppose we... Foretell. The possibility we can draw something and maybe get 1 bit of removal, but if, to be honest, if it's got to be flunk. Because the other one does make us lose 2 life. So take a chance. Heroes D, the 3 mana removal. Good game, good game. Yeah, we would have only kept alive for 1 more turn there, but yep, we just did. We got a bit stuffed on land there, and that's definitely where the upgrades will help this sort of deck. Right. So, opening hand, we have a card draw. Yeah, this is not too bad. A bit of removal. And a counter magic or our creature. So, we keep that 7. Also got our Field of Ruin as well. Power Word Kill. Nice draw. We got here. All's off at the moment. Okay, Abzan. Oh, okay. So opponent's going to see what's coming now. A little bit annoying. Haven't seen check for traps players. It's a card that we could play in this deck, but... Power kill. Okay. Maybe as that Abzan Control. Haven't seen that deck for quite a while, like a variation of that. It is a deck that I do like to play as well. I like all different manners of control, and Abzan's a bit different. Okay. Nothing. Right, let's pass the turn again. End turn. So we can thirst if we'd like. And this is going to keep coming in. A little bit annoying. We're going to counter it this time. Our turn. Let's go in with this. End the turn. We've got thirst. We'll be able to play Nafi soon. Barrowing. We will keep. So you do get to venture into a dungeon. Let's flunk. Get rid of cards the opponent knows we have. So open it, or each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card, and we will just lose 2 life. That's fine with us. Decline. I would like to play Nafi, but I want to really get some more protection in if I can. We'll play Thirst. We've got the land to discard. Opponent's having a think. We do have Thirst, obviously. And some cards opponent doesn't know we have. Not sure how many check for traps they may run. Sometimes people just run 2, just a couple of. So this creates a 4/4 Black God Horror with Death Touch. Okay. Opponent is either roping us or really, really thinking, or lost connection. So let's go in with our Thirst for Discovery, draw some cards. We can ditch that, which is nice. And we get another land. So let's go Tunnel. Put that over there. Leave up the counterspell. We've got Heroes D, and we'll soon be playing. If we don't have to use the Saw It Coming this turn, we can get Nafi into play. Just thinking they might have a lot of removal, but... And obviously with the colours of white, they can run the Exile, which is not great for it, but we've got 2 in hand. I'm getting the feeling opponent is roping now. Because we stopped all their stuff. I mean, we only I mean, we haven't done much, have we? We counted that, stopped that. They did a look at our opening hand. That's all we've really done. Could just be bad connection. I always give people the benefit of the doubt that they're either on mobile or something like that. Okay, and that is the win. So sometimes you will get wins like that as well, where opponents just really don't want to play the deck. That is, you know, what happens when people do play control, but it's a win for us. You get the wins however you can when you're on the ladder, especially when you're playing with 0 rare decks. So today we went 3-1. That was really good, but let's talk about some upgrades now for the deck. I'm really happy with that. I feel very comfortable playing that sort of deck as well. Playing the prize. Right. Excuse me. As some of you know, I have been ill for the past week, but I've been a lack of videos. So now we're going to have a look at what rares. So I put not collected because there might be some that I don't have that you do have. But what we're looking at is the creature. So the main creature you could definitely include in this deck. Let's get to no. There we go. Where are you? Now you could run Jin. Jin is an option. We do run a lot of our instance and sorcery spells, so that is an option, but we're really counter spells, so we're not really going down that route. But the one you want to add in is Hullbreaker Horror. Now, I like Nafi and I like Mirror Shell as well, but I probably would drop Mirror Shell down to 2 and then have a couple of Hullbreaker Horror in. It's definitely what I do, because this, you know, this is really good. It's a 7/8 with flash, can't be countered, so great against other, you know, control decks. Whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1 return target spell you don't control to own sound, or return target non-land permanent. It's a rare card as well, which is nice. Is, you know, not mythics are a little bit harder to get hold of. But this is a definite upgrade to the deck. Mirror Shell, still keep a couple in because it's good as a counter spell or, you know, ability counterer, and it's a 5/7 with Ward 3, so awkward to deal with as well. So put a couple of these in, and then maybe either, you know, change this to 2, or maybe put this to 2, and then, you know, or put it to 3, and then put in a couple of Hull Breakers. Put more in if you do desire as well. It's completely up to you. So we're going to look at card draw now. Memory Deluge is brilliant for finding what you need. It's just, you know, it's just really good. I do like Behold the Multiverse as well. So I would honestly split these. I'd take out 2 of these, and then I'd add in 2 Memory Deluge as well. If you want to go all 4, go for it if you think it's better than Behold. But, you know, to save yourself an extra couple of rares as well, with having 4 of these, have 2 and 2. They're both still very, very good cards, and I think, you know, good additions to the deck. So if we have a look at the sorceries. Now, looking for any sorceries that could be good in the deck. We can't play Alran's Epiphany anymore, but you could run a one-of in the lands, change your lands, have a Seagate Restoration in there, draw cards equal to the number of cards you have +1, then you have no maximum hand size, because when you're drawing cards with Behold and Thirst for anything like that, you know, having no maximum hand size is really good, so I would definitely upgrade that to one of the lands. Now, we talk about mass removal. We're running Snow. We don't run many creatures, so Blood on the Snow is really a must-have in the deck. Heroes D, I would cut down to maybe 1 to make room for 2 of these at least. I think that is definitely in there. Now, you've got Blood Cheese Thirst in there as well, but, you know, for 3 mana, destroy a target creature or planeswalker, or for those extra 3 mana, destroy all, and then potentially bring back from the graveyard, you know, anything that's, like, you know, really good if you can. We don't have planeswalkers in there, but it's return target creature X or less. So potentially you could get Nafi back. Mirror Shell is a little bit too expensive because it's only going to be maximum 6, and you won't get Hullbreaker as well, but it's still a much needed card for the deck. And of course, you can have one that will help you in early game and late game. It's the Meat Hook Massacre. What the deck really misses on the game we lost is that mass removal. So Meat Hook Massacre of numbers, you know, maybe cut down your Power Word Kill or your Infernal Grasp, take that down, or even you could probably remove Blood Chief's Thirst, that one-off, or Syncopate. You know, that's just an extra counter spell, but you can remove those two. This will serve you a lot better. You've got counter spells in Saw It come in. You've got your Devious Cover Up. You've got Jawari, a couple of Mirror Shells. So you could, ditch the Syncopate and the Blood Chief's Thirst and bring in a couple of Meat Hook Massacres, because that will just, completely help the deck out until you can get to your end game. Now, you can see this deck can really deal with stuff and get to the end game already. So all you're going to do is enhance the deck and make it a little bit easier. And for any reason it doesn't work for you, just go back to how it was. But no, what I'm saying is Meat Hook Massacre, Blood in the Snow, perfect for the deck, because you're not always going to be able to draw these great spells and counter everything. There's going to be sometimes, like in that game, where creatures stick, you don't draw what you need. But Meat Hook Massacre in that game would have got rid of those 3/2/2s. And then, creatures you control, each opponent loses one life. Whenever a creature opponent controls dies, you gain life. So we would have gained us some life as well. Other than that, I would literally just upgrade your lands. To be fair, I don't think you need to do much more for the deck. Hall of Storm Giants, extra win con, put it in there for a couple of the Snow Islands. You can play Otawara if you like as well. Hive Tyrant, more ways to win the game. Having these creature lands is, it just enhances the deck and makes it better. And then you're adding in your Clearwater Pathways and your Shipwreck Marshes as well. But yeah, get those lands in that can help you win games like these, and then just change the basics, some of the basics to some of these, but not all of them, because if you're running Blood on the Snow and Nafi, you do need, possibly I wouldn't have the Clearwater Pathways or one of these and keep Ice Tunnel, actually thinking about it, completely forgetting about the snow. But you need to change a couple of these for these. And then these will still be good as long as you got enough snow. And if you feel like you're not getting the right amount of snow, then just change a little bit. Maybe go 3 of these, maybe just 1 of these, and maybe don't even play Otawara, but it's your choice. But that's just my suggestions anyway. But I would definitely have at least 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, at least 1 Hall of Storm Giants, and maybe choose between 1 of these. Keep Ice Tunnel even though it's tapped, potentially just because you need it for the snow. But yeah, this has been the Dimir Control. We've got 1 more deck to go, which was the Boros Artifacts. Make sure you do check out the Mono Green, and that had the upgrades as well. Like I said, check out my Patreons if you can. All support means a hell of a lot. You lot take care, and I'll see you on the next video.